All right. Um, well, I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here. This kind of wasn't really planned, so it's sort of a last minute thing here. But figured what better opportunity than while I'm prepping to make a quick little live stream and hang out for a minute. So need to pick up where I left off yesterday. Oh, I can't pick this up with one hand. Yes, I should be able to. Oh, hold up. There we go. Ow. Carl, good morning. At least someone's up bright and early. Austin, what's going on? It's not really that early anymore, but for some people, this is pretty early. I know a lot of people are probably sitting home for a while. But, yeah. So, what was I doing? Oh, I was putting my trailer tire back on. So, this is just a quick, not really quick, but there's a video or live stream just doing some Sebring prep. I already got the truck loaded up last night. I was expecting to be working all day today. I was supposed to drive all the way down to Naples, Florida. Um, so I wasn't planning on being home right now, but my van has a transmission problem. Ford Transits aren't really the best when it comes to that. Good day, about to rain later. Get some stuff done. Yeah, I saw the weather wasn't looking too good. I appreciate the love, Carl. This is how she's looking right now. Just got done. I'm just missing one logo right there. But until then, this is how she looks. But got Pegasus right there. I'm about to go bring this jack over here. I got a decent connection over here by the trailer, so hopefully it doesn't lag or anything like that. Yeah, I'm not sure how many people are gonna be watching this stream live. Yep. See, as soon as I tucked below this fender, the connection lagged. So just hang tight if it has to lag out briefly. I'm just trying to put this on real quick so that I can grab the trailer and start loading up. I'm trying to hold the camera up while I do. But yeah, I'm sure this will get more views later after the live stream's done. So I think I'll just bring you guys along with me. I have a 2 RSX. How much she weigh? She weighs 2350. So that was after the cage and whatnot, all that good stuff. Yeah, I had to change this tire out. It wore on the inside really bad, very uneven. So I think the spindle might be bent. But I'm gonna go ahead and I got a brand new tire on it. Gonna swap it out. I can just take these back. I keep my trailer on the field now because I was tearing up the grass over here with it, and it was kind of a pain in the ass to park. Good luck on track day. I'm gonna head out to graduation. Congratulations, whoever it is. Yeah, I used to keep my trailer over here, but that's a pain trying to cut across and back in right there. So now I just keep my truck there and my work van. And yeah, here's the tag. As soon as I get that trailer tire on, we'll get to this in a minute. I gotta open her up and do one more look over at her, and I already went through most of it yesterday, checking up on it. Here's that trailer tire. This is the one that was on there. Look at that wear. And this is the only tire it's doing it, so it's not like I'm overloading or anything like that, especially not with that on there. I used to haul my Hyundai, which weighed 4,000 pounds. That's only 2,300. So, yeah, it's 325 horsepower, 2,350 for the weight. That that 325 actually wasn't even, or it was 323. That wasn't even a full pull if you actually look at the graph. And that was like one of the last pulls of the day, so he just kind of let off easy. He didn't expect it to make that much, but we were finishing up, and he just did one final pull, and boom, I just saw that pop up. I was like, holy crap, and he let off early. He wants to roll straight. That would be nice. Jesus. There we go. Whew. All right. That was a little wild one. All right. Now the fun part. Oh, I got to take all the lugs off real quick. So this is the fun stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't really take into consideration, know about. But I think the grass is getting cut today too, so I think she's here now, which sucks. So I'm gonna try to get this done quick, but hopefully she don't come over here and interrupt the stream and get noisy. Again, in case you guys didn't hear me earlier, if it happens to cut out while I'm out here, just stand by for a second, because it seems to want to lag when I drop the phone below the fender here and it starts cutting the signal out. So I'm gonna flip the camera on real quick. Why won't it flip? There we go. I'm gonna set it right here for a second. Well, which is in the back of my truck, so I'm gonna have to go get it. Actually, I got another one. Oh, there it goes again. I dropped below the fender and it lagged. But I'm still building up my tool set, so I don't have, every single tool I need yet. I'm just kind of going, and if there's something I can while I'm out there, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add that to the list and get it later. So I'm gonna do that when she leaves that area, because it's very noisy over there. All right, grab a breaker bar. I'm gonna have to grab a pipe, because this one's a short wrench. That's my wrench. So let me grab a pipe to stick on the end. This drawer is very heavy. It's loaded with stuff. I also have a bunch of turbos. There's 3 turbos there. I sold the one that was on the car. Stock Integra exhaust manifold, and the 2-to-1, I guess you could call it collector. I don't even know what you'd call that, but bottom mount turbo manifold that I got in a trade. I got gauges here. All kinds of stuff that's for sale right now. All that stuff over there is for sale in that pile. Blow-off valves, flange, intercooler. There's all kinds of extra stuff. I got these hood pins that I got to put on. That's probably going to be when I get back. But let me bring this stuff here. Yeah, I was going to kind of do like a little rant video about my old tuner, Ethan Whitaker Performance in Brooksville. How he screwed me over. I know I mentioned it in the last video, how my old tuner only made 230 horsepower on a built setup, and then everyone told me to go to Proven Power, and I did, and Daryl goes and makes 323. So let me tighten these. But yeah, I already left like a bad review, and they got all pissed off on Facebook, and his brother and friend replied, and his brother was like, not so much threatening me, but in a way, he was like trying to meet up so we can talk about it in person and clear things up. So you know what that means. But yeah, a lot of people saw that and saw how unprofessional it was. So, that's kind of on them. That's not really how people run a business. You wouldn't see like JP, Jonathan Price, doing something like that. And yeah, I hate to see things go that route, but you ignore all my texts when I try reaching out to you about the issue, and pretty much give me a FU. That's what I do. So just kind of spitting the truth. But that's besides the point. We're past that now. We're the bigger family here. We don't stoop down to that kind of level. So that's Brooksville for you. That's this whole Hernando County. It's been through a lot. Never really ran into people like that in other counties in Florida, but here in Hernando County growing up, it's people down to that level. So that's why I'm out here doing bigger things, trying to at least. And while they're just, everyone else here is doing the same thing for years. So I'm almost done. Once I get this snug, I'll drop her down, kind of torque her down real quick, and then trailer will be done. As you can see, all the other tires are still perfect. There was no reason for that one to wear like that. But my dad actually talked to a couple trailer, I don't know if they're shops or companies or what, and they said it wouldn't be so much a bad bearing. That's what we thought it would be, or a bent axle, but a bent spindle, like if I hit a curb or something, which I can't say I haven't done. So yeah, that's probably exactly the problem. When I had my Hyundai on here back in the day, I have ran maybe a curb or two. So it wasn't at high speeds or anything, but it was just very sharp turns. So yeah, it tends to happen. All right, these are gonna have to really get tightened. I'll turn the camera quick, tighten these, and come back to you. So here's me. Oh, why does the camera not turn on first? I don't know. There we go. So as soon as I pick the phone up, it connects. I guess I can't set it on there either. But looks like everyone left, but I'm gonna keep going. Any urge to come back to audio? Yes. I actually, I'll get to that later. But yeah, it's a lot better when someone asks, "Oh, what's your YouTube channel?" EGA John. It's so many questions involved with that. EGA Racing Division at least sounds better, looks better. But just look at that, it looks better. So it's kind of an all the above deal. Sounds better, looks better, and probably not as many questions will be asked. I'm sure I'll still get the occasional "what's EGA stand for?" But yeah, I haven't posted anything this week, and I gained 12 or like 14 subscribers. So just from a name change, and hopefully that'll keep the numbers back up consistent again, because I was starting to die off because I haven't posted in a long time, and the whole changeover deal not a lot of people are happy with. But it is what it is. All right, so this tire needs to go. I'll just leave it over here for now so I get out there. Whoops. All right, I need to go grab the wrench. I normally don't live stream while I'm doing work like this because it gets kind of boring, but I'm bored. I'm sure a lot of people are bored. Let me set this down one more time. All right, there we go. We're all done. I don't know why the camera went twice. Look at the comments here. Kyle Mitchell, I'm not sure if you're still here or not. Any urge to come back to audio? Yes. Big urge. I've been itching for a long time, just like Future. But I've been itching for a while to get back in. I really want to do a huge build is the only problem. So, what comes with that is money and problems. So, two things I don't want to deal with right now. So when the time comes, that will definitely come back into play. Probably start off small and work my way to a big build. Now, let's see here. I need to go check the tag. So, here's the tag. Sorry if you can't hear. I need to grab my keys. I will be right back. I gotta go find them real quick. I'm just gonna set the camera here so you guys have something to look at. It'll stay. Oh, here we go. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Stay. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I still lost everybody. So, anyways, I'm going to keep it going because this will be saved later and it will be on the channel. So, I'm just going to act like it's a normal video, even if people aren't here. Yeah, I got to load this into my truck. It's my laptop. I keep this just in case I need to check logs or tune or anything like that, in case there's any issues. So, I can do everything one-handed. There's my two helmets. There's my helmet, and that's my spare for people who ride. I actually just picked that up for cheap from Race Quip, so couldn't pass up the deal. So now I have a second helmet for anyone who wants to ride. My harness was supposed to be here. I'm not sure if it's still coming today or not, but I don't know if I will have time to install it. So I may just have to go another track day without it, which is fine. We're not going, 120% anyways. So as long as I'm safe, should be fine. Yeah, so now that the lawn mowing stopped, I'm gonna go over this real quick. So this is what I load up with me to the track. I got my Craftsman air compressor, my fuel, E85 is what I'm on. The pump I get it from is usually 74%. So 74% of ethanol from a pump. Got a first aid kit, safety first. I got to put this in my spare parts bin. Brake fluid is a brake fluid I run, RBF 600 from Modal. Very high temp brake fluid, definitely a necessity. My camera just zoom? I don't know, it looked weird. Water, I keep spare distilled water. I got a gallon and a little over half here. So that's in case I need to put some water in the car. That's what I run in the car all the time anyways, distilled water with additive for the winter. And 10W40, that's what's in the car right now. A little bit thicker oil for higher oil pressure. Also, I don't have an oil cooler, so the higher viscosity, it will thin down once temps get up. So that's why I run the thicker oil. Yeah, I got chairs, canopy in case I need to set up hot pits, or in case I don't get a pit box and I need to set up outside. I bring that just in case. I gotta move some of this stuff out of the way here. This is my trailer stuff, straps, all that good stuff, and spare parts. So I will actually go through this. Get this tool bag out of the way. That's just a drill. Let me open this up. So you can see here we have silicone joiners, blow-off valve parts, so many clamps. There's a bunch of clamps. Last time I went out to Sebring, I had a clamp break, it completely snapped, and I had to borrow a clamp from Team 1/3. So after that, I learned very quickly have spare clamps. Extra 90, I took off my intake pipe. Didn't need it anymore, so now it's a spare. Don't see that ever breaking. What's in here? I think it's bearings. Oh yeah, I got bearings, connectors, all kinds of extra stuff. Spare wire in case I need to make a quick fix. These are my actual straps. I got a spare Megan Racing strut. Hybrid Racing detent spring that I actually just put in the car and actually felt really good. So I actually recommend those a lot for the price. They do make a huge difference. Spare gaskets, all kinds of stuff like that. I got a whole box of clamps here that you'll see. I can't get that spring back in. There we go. Sorry about that. Put that back. My wire. This is a T4 flange gasket. Here's all my clamps. Ratchet straps. Spare alternator plug. Just all kinds of stuff. Morning. Just all kinds of extra stuff here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff back. I will need to get these straps out later when it's time to load up. Oh, I need to put this in there. Whole reason I opened it. Come on, there we go. And my tools. All right, we'll get to that now. I think I need to throw something in there anyways. So let me. Oh, it's reconnecting because I went in there. You can see my street wheels and tires back there. I normally don't bring those, but there looks like to be rain on the forecast, and I don't believe our AAAs are very good in the rain. So just in case, I brought my street tires, which just have Falcon Zeeks on them. So I mean, I'm not going to do nearly good with those or in the rain, but I figured at least I can still get on the track and get some time in. If it does happen to rain, I'm not ruining a track day over it. So let me put this fuel back in. These things are heavy. There we go. All right. Need a little push with my other hand. All right, fuel can. Here's the other fuel can. So I typically, the car's full right now, full of E85, and I bring 3 cans. So it's a 10-gallon tank in the car. So this is about a tank and a half extra. So I usually 2.5 tanks of gas. And so far, I haven't ran through all of them. The most I went through was about 2, and I usually have a tank to come home with. So I usually bring plenty of fuel. I do want to get some VP cans soon. I feel like they'll fill a lot quicker. Now, let me move this can and get out the toolbox. It slid right past. No, it caught. Oh, the back wheel caught. God damn it. Hold up. Now I gotta move this. I gotta move the air compressor. Oh, before I do that, I'm gonna go on the inside and show you guys what I got in there. So, come in here, my helmet again. I got my bag over there with my laptop. My 2 helmets. This is my helmet and passenger helmet. My camera equipment, and I think my funnel fell. This is where I keep all my camera stuff. All the audio shows I've been to, this is always with me. Has my GoPro, backup battery, all kinds of stuff. This is my OMP race suit. It's my suit, my balaclava, and my gloves. My stand for my infrared lap timer. It's just like a camera stand with like a phone clip on it, just to hold this infrared beam in there. So that trips my lap timer. I still got to get my race shoes. Those are still in the house. I got to go grab those and throw them in here. Thanks for checking, because if I didn't check, I wouldn't have had them, and that would have sucked. So I need to go grab those still. Put that back. I'll just slide them in there. So yeah, and then my race shoes. Come up here. got an extra hat because my hair gets all messed up with my helmet. These are my radios for the car and pit. So I got the one that connects in the car and connects to my helmet and button on the steering wheel. And then I got the other one with 2 spare headsets for whoever's on the other end. And yeah, that's pretty much what I bring so far. Let me get my tools out, just kind of briefly go over with you guys. I know a lot of people probably don't show this, but I figured I would. All right, so come in here, toolbox. So we're starting here. Got a bunch of spares, fuses, bolts. These are screws to hold on my bumper. Marker, spare button, just in case I need it. Spare clips, just random stuff. Wires for my multimeter, and pocket knife. Here is the screwdriver I used to take off my bumper. I just keep this up top so I can quickly get to it when I pull the car on the trailer. I just need to take the bumper off, put it back on. Zip ties. Over here, I think I got a little bit of wire with leads on it already in case I need to replace a fuse switch or something. Allen wrenches, just extras. I have set in here. Extra lugs, Teflon, a bunch of electrical tape. That's all nasty from sitting in the heat. And you come in here, I got, back this out. There you go. Gloves, 2 sets of gloves, screwdrivers. There's my breaker bar, detailers for brake cleaner, Allen and torque sets. Oh, is that broken? Maybe it's supposed to do that. Anyways, that's my fill my tires. There's my adapter for lug nuts, 2 fresh microfibers, strippers, all kinds of different hand tools here. Here's my tire pressure gauge and spare key. It's actually not a spare key, that's my key. I just do it in here because I have 2. Another emergency quick disconnect for the battery. This is an extra one I have. Just some AA's in case I need them. And you go under here. I have a little mini jack, another thing of brake fluid, power steering fluid. This is all my ratchets, wrenches, sockets. In there I have just random stuff, multimeter, scissors. And here I have double and flare nuts, flare nut wrench set, sorry, funnel, dirty rags, another funnel. So, there's also a brake bleeder kit in there in case I need to bleed the brakes when I get there. So yeah, I keep the basics. I would say the basics and then some. I know I'm missing some stuff. Like I do want to get an impact for this, so I could swap tires quick in case I need to. That'll be more when race season starts. Now, I actually did for I had a turbo on it, so they put me in review for touring, and now they're not putting me in touring because they don't like what's on the car. So now I'm being pushed back further to try to find another class for me, mainly what's near me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do. I know Grid Life does the track battle, but the only thing that sucks is I don't think they come down to Florida, so I'd have to travel the country for that. And there's NASA, FARA, all those other big events or big organizations, but those require, I think, really expensive licensing and stuff. So now we're here at the TEG, and I'm gonna just kind of go over what we got here. So here's the interior for those that don't know. All my stuff here, my switches, driver cooling, my lap timer. I just got the windshield retinted because I did get a new windshield. So got my tint strip, comes a third of the way down because that sun is killer at Sebring. There's my steering wheel I just cleaned. It looks brand new again. it was pretty nasty because I do drive this on the street occasionally. Yeah, I just cleaned the inside. The outside hasn't been cleaned yet, but it's still kind of clean because of the rain, and it's supposed to rain later, so I will clean it when I get to the track. We'll go under the hood here. Some stuff has changed since I've got it, since I last showed you guys, and I've got it tuned. So my tuner suggested, Daryl Approving Power, he suggested that I ditch the eBay turbo, and which I did. So he loves the GTX 3076 or the GT 3076. So I went ahead and got the GTX 3076. It's not by Garrett. This is one of those off-brand companies that just kind of remakes the same turbo. I know like CX Racing and all them companies do that. So this is one of them companies. Yeah, it's a GTX 3076. That's with the billet wheel, dual ball bearing, water cooled. Has the V band, so my exhaust did shift out more, which is actually better because now it's not going to melt my bumper anymore. GSR bottom end, fully built, forged internals, LS head, which is kind of odd. I know that's a very oddball setup, but I got the bottom end for steel and just slapped my head on it because I already had it. So bigger intercooler since you guys last seen. It's like, I think it's a 600 horsepower intercooler, so we have plenty of room to turn her up now. It's probably making more power now, but yeah, so 323, that's on 16 pounds. I have plenty of fuel left. If the car does good this weekend, tomorrow I should say, we'll bring her back and turn her up some more. It should be able to do 400 all day, at least pretty close to it with that head. So, or I could throw a VTEC head on it and blow right by 400. So, but yeah, that's it. As you see, SCCA, that's what my target was, but it's not looking too good. So you see it here, and that's pretty much it. So I'm actually gonna finish loading up, hop on the simulator. You know, maybe I'll do a live stream on the simulator later. Simulator later. But gonna finish loading up, get everything ready, hop on the simulator, and get some practice in before tomorrow. This time is ticking, and I got a crunch, so about to lock up and head inside. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. I know it's early in the morning on a Friday, not a lot of viewers, so this is kind of just a two-way video. If you're live and you're here watching live, good for you. Otherwise, you guys will see this when it finally processes and uploads to the channel. So hope you guys like the livery. I am missing a few decals, but this is how it's going to look for a while. The other decals are on the way, so when they get here, they get here. I'm not in too much of a worry. But this is how it should be. So thank you guys for the support on it. I know it was a... God, why won't it change? I know it was a very bold and risky move on my end to just do a full revamp on the channel like this, but it's for the better. This is what I really want to do, and this is what I enjoy doing right now. I still am in car audio. I still try to keep up as much as I possibly can. Still have a build in the Focus. I have a build in my work vehicle. So I'm not completely out of it. I have a pretty loud build in my room too that I used to use for making music and, you know, entertainment purposes. So one day we will put some in Pegasus, but for now you guys can see I load stuff in there. So as of now, it's a no-go. It's in the works. It's in the works right now. I'm still planning it out to where I could still utilize the truck. But down the road, I definitely do want to do something huge. So, but for now, that's all. Thanks for watching and all that BS. Anyways, I will catch you guys later, possibly tomorrow.